I find that one down. There's a raging public debate in the last 10 days against your predecessor on the question of his home, whether there was a raid or not. Was there a raid in your former predecessor's home?
Yeah, there was an unfortunate development involving my predecessor, which is actually unfortunate, just as I've described it, because it should not happen that people who serve the country in different capacities need to be given time when they leave office to lead their lives and feel safe. Because today I'm the minister, tomorrow another Kenyan will be occupying the position I'm occupying today. So there was an allegation which came from politicians and the press that my predecessor, the former Minister for Interior, had been raided by the police. And immediately I got that complaint. I raised it with the command of the National Police Service, all the units, and I sought assurances that we are not taking one step forward and taking two backwards, because it's primitive to raid people just for nothing. Because if somebody is suspected to have committed a crime, there are ways of summoning them to record a statement, and there are procedures even of taking them to court and so forth. So you don't go at people's homes at night and raid unless you have a court order, and unless maybe, most likely you must have a court order. You will not just go there like that. So it turned out that it was not true. There were no police officers deployed there, and maybe the politicians and the members of the press who are making the claim could have been misled, or maybe the former minister was apprehensive and thought that there were police officers looking for him. I got confirmation from all the formations in the National Police Service. I went a step further and inquired from the Kenya Revenue Authority, because they also have some enforcement measures for tax related matters. I inquired from the EACC, which is an independent commission, but which also has some law enforcement mandates, and all of them categorically. And they even promised they are ready to swear affidavits, even in court, under oath, that they are not deployed any officer to raid the former minister's residence. So that's how what it turned out. After that, I know the DCI has started the investigation, because when you have the person of that stature alleging that the security agencies have violated his privacy and is apprehensive about their life, it's always good to be cautious and just find out what the truth is. Because also criminals can take advantage of the fact that somebody is not in office just to harass them. So I know the DCI is in the process of doing the investigations, and we are waiting to see the outcome of those investigations, where they will lead us. But I can say without fear of contradiction, no police officers were sent to the former minister's home. And a measure like that, given the sensitivity, the minister would have known.
And you didn't know?
I didn't know. The minister would have known.
So we had a situation, I think, last week, it was 4 days, this sort of like the second raid after the DCI was, seeking, court permissions, warrants of I think, arrest, or to get to his house. And so this was sort of like a second raid,
Which was the first one?
Or the second raid, quote unquote. Let's use the quote there, right? Is either, a raid to confirm there was no raid. That's the situation then we find ourselves in.
The information again I got, because I also read in the papers. I've been out there all along. Even now I came this morning, and I'm taking off again tomorrow. The information I got is that the DCI wanted to get to the bottom of this matter, and the former minister went to court and filed an affidavit saying there are things the police want to do against him, and he got anticipatory bail. So because the police are the accused, they also went to court and convinced the judge that for them to be able to acquit themselves from the allegations, they needed to investigate the CCTV and other evidence, other material, with a view to establishing the veracity of the original claim that there was a raid in that house. And the court agreed, according to the report I got from the DCI, the director of DCI, because I also inquired, as is expected of me. He said they got a court order saying that they can get hold of that evidence for purposes of assisting the investigations to get at the bottom of the allegation which had been made, and an allegation which had generated an anticipatory bail from the courts. So I was again assured that that was done pursuant to the law, and that is the only access that I know of police officers in the private home of the former minister. The other one, we are still waiting for investigation.